Good evening and welcome to Metro Focus. I'm Jenna Flanagan. Mayor de Blasio insists he followed the law, but the Democrat is again answering questions about his ethics as he flirts with a run for the White House. A new investigation from The City, the nonprofit news website, found that de Blasio is personally soliciting donations for his political action committee. That includes raising money from people looking for favorable treatment from City Hall. He's using some of that money to pay for his travel as he explores a presidential bid. Last week, we told you about another investigation involving the mayor and his ethics. The city was also behind that story, which uncovered that de Blasio broke city ethic rules during an earlier fundraising campaign. And joining me now is the City Hall reporter for The City, Yoav Gonen. Yoav, welcome to the program.
Thanks for having me.
So we recently had Greg Smith on to talk about the report that you guys did, and I'm wondering, what was it that you were able to unearth about the mayor's fundraising tactics?
Well, that report found that he had, in fact, directly solicited donations from people with business pending before the city, and he had been warned a few times that the Conflicts of Interest Board didn't want that to happen. And so what we decided to do was see, well, let's see if his behavior has changed. He's got this National Political Action Committee. It's called the Fairness PAC. And we went through the list of donors and we compared it to various databases that show us who has business pending before the city. And we found at least a half dozen examples where the mayor had reached out to solicit money from these people.
Well, can you give us one of those examples? Because I feel like that's really what'll send it home for people.
Sure. There's this group, there's a real estate group in Brooklyn. They're building a 43-story luxury commercial and residential building in downtown Brooklyn. And they basically used an LLC to register this property. They need a lot of permission from the city to do different things there. There's building permits. When anything is found wrong, they need to lobby the buildings department to allow them to resume work. And the three top officials at this group are registered as doing business with the city, and the mayor said, I won't solicit money from them.
Okay.
However, they have other relatives working at the same company who are giving donations using a different name, using the real name for the company, but this specific project is registered under a different LLC name. So technically they're not in the doing business database, although you could argue that clearly they're connected to this firm that's doing this big project in Brooklyn.
Okay, so while all of this sounds shady, for lack of a better description, on the surface, is any of it actually illegal? Were any laws broken?
Well, and I think that's where a lot of the argument is hinged. The mayor's folks, the people behind this committee are saying, according to political campaign laws, we're doing everything by the book and even going above and beyond because you are allowed to raise money from people doing business with the city for political campaigns. On the other hand, you have these prior rulings by the Conflicts of Interest Board that are saying the mayor shouldn't personally solicit donations from people with business pending before the city. So it's kind of a question of, whether you want to have this conversation in the context of what's legal or what's ethical.
Well, has there been any blowback for the mayor or his administration?
Well, there have been a couple people who have donated to his campaigns in the past who have been convicted essentially of bribery, of trying to influence City Hall's decisions through giving money. I think what's been clear throughout this administration is that money will buy you access. I think what's been harder to prove is, does it get you a favorable decision that you wouldn't have gotten otherwise? And even though there's been multiple investigations, none have been able to conclude that as far as we know.
So then this is more a case of this looks really bad, but that necessarily there's not been anything that's been proven that someone could be held accountable for.
Well, I guess it depends, to the extent of kind of pay to play, an obvious no-no, that hasn't been shown by any law enforcement entity, but it's it's very provable that money has gotten developers, more responsive responses from City Hall. It's gotten them meetings with top level officials in the government, and the average Joe just doesn't get the same treatment. At times, perhaps, but the common theme is that money can buy you access.
Should the mayor choose to run for higher office, I mean, it's what everybody's been buzzing about lately, but does something like this affect him? Because part of what it seems like he's attempting to present himself as is a much more progressive, moral alternative to some of the other choices.
Well, and it definitely pokes holes in some of his kind of theories of how he wants the city to be. He always refers as wanting to make New York the fairest big city in America, and people might be tempted to ask, is it fair for people with money to get better access to government officials?
All right. Well, listen, Yoav, I want to thank you so much for another report that we can find out a little bit, pulling the curtain back on how money is being raised by the mayor, and of course, seeing a little bit more about the inner workings of our city hall. So thank you so much for this report.
My pleasure. Thanks.